What's going on YouTube? This is the real A-Town, aka RGB Fox on Twitch, by the way. So go ahead and follow me there. I'm doing a giveaway at 500 followers for a Yae Miko at the end of the month if I manage to get it by that time. So go ahead and follow. Remember, it's free to follow. You don't got to do anything else but that, right? So yeah, um, 2.5 comes out tomorrow, and like I've been hesitant on making this video just because like I wanted to wait till at least Yae Miko came out, but then I would have to wait longer because then I'd actually know how strong she would be, right? So I'm just gonna freestyle, just go out on the limb and just put the placements on where I think these characters are on the tier list. So right here we have six S, A, B, C, D, and F. F obviously being just unplayable essentially, and S being the best of the best. Everything else in between is kind of self-explanatory, right? I almost feel like I want to get rid of a tier, but we're just gonna leave it like this for now. All right. So first up, Aether. Traveler in general. I have mixed feelings about this because in one way I feel like this is a Nemo Traveler, and another way I feel like this is like Electro. Maybe he gets up there, and then Geo Traveler is like there for me. I don't want to elaborate too long because then this video is just gonna be even longer. You go there too, by the way. Don't think I dodged you. So yeah, I think a solid D placement. He's not unplayable, but he's just not that great. Albedo, I'm gonna put Albedo to B tier. The reason why he's not any higher is just because like I kind of just think he does his role fine as a sub DPS. With the Sinbar Spindle, yeah, he has like options to go into main DPS status, but like I mean, who's gonna play main DPS Albedo when we got the best Geo DPS right here, in the form of Ito? So yeah. But I do prefer him over Geo Traveler when I'm trying to get Geo Resonance in like Hu Tao. So he's there. Amber, I also think she is D tier. The reason why is because she's Pyro, and so she's going to give Pyro Resonance, which equals a boost in attack if you have a Pyro character alongside. Aside from that though, there's nothing too special from her. Like every other bow character just kind of does like a DPS job better. Even someone like Diona, funny enough. Even though I don't use her for that. But yeah, Amber, she's kind of down there. Sorry, girl. Ayaka, automatic A tier. Just like her name suggests. I think she does everything great. Her burst is amazing. I like her travel, and she does some pretty good damage once she procs her E. So Ayaka's gonna stay there. But there are better cryo units, so that's why she only stays in A tier. Barbara, you know, I'm inclined to put her in C. The reason being is just simply she kind of does her job in a freeze team or taser comp pretty well. So, benefit of the doubt, even though she's not like the greatest character to put on your team as a great early 5-star, she's pretty nice. Ugh. Excuse me there. Next up, we got Beto. I'm gonna put her in C tier. There's a video that I might link that showcases why I also think she deserves to be in this spot. I don't think she's trash. In fact, she's like main enabler for taser comps, and like she's really good at her job as an electro character. But she's just simply too unique and doesn't fit a lot of team comps. Plus, she can't like resonate with ball very well, so that gets her a place in C. But she's not trash. So she has her spot in the meta. Up comes Bennett. This is S tier for multiple reasons, but to put it simply, he increases your damage and he heals you. Also, Pyro Resonance. I mean, you get the best of both worlds with him. Chong Yun. I'm gonna put him in B tier. I used to think he was one of the like lower tiered characters, but this Spiral Abyss kind of like you love to have Chong Yun to be able to break the shields of the lectors and everything, and he has great support capabilities with someone like Shenha. So Chong Yun, good job. Diluc, A tier. I don't think he's like one of the best DPSs of all time, but I do still think that at high constellations, Diluc is a really great character as it boosts his stats up immensely. plus 40 cost energy burst, and then access to Crimson Witch of Flames. So I think he's up there. Diona, I'm gonna put her in A tier. She's a solid shielder for Morgana comp slash a healer as well. She works to proc superconduct. Her shield's pretty strong, I want to say. I've been playing her for a very good time. Level 80, 8 talents, obviously. I mean, you gotta love her. Plus, she heals like a lot, like wholeheartedly. You put just like HP on her, you won't regret it. Fischl, I wanna put her in. I'm gonna put her in B tier, cause C6 Fischl is like kind of crazy. But if you have C0, she's probably right there, right next with Beto. Constant damage. But there's just not a great artifact set to put on her. Like you could do tenacity, but like unless you have her C6, it's gonna proc really slowly. So yeah, aside from being a great battery and one of the enablers in the Taser comp alongside with Beto, she definitely has her spot right up there, being able to deal great support DPS damage. Ganyu, no other way to cut it. Those charge shots hit like a tank. Hu Tao, same difference. Those charge attacks hit like a tank, especially with Vaporize. The only thing that makes Ganyu way better is she has support capabilities if you want her to play a support role. She has amazing damage with both Freeze and Melt. With great artifact pieces for her no matter what. I mean, some of the best, like Wanderers, Shimenawa, and Blizzard Strayer. So at Blizzard Strayer, you can even build her like low, like just such low investment because the cryo is going to enable her to get more crit rate if she has at least 40%, and then her crit hits are just going to be able to like do more whenever she has cryo resonance in the team. So this is a no-brainer pick, one of the best DPS, if not the best DPS still to this day. Jean. I'm gonna put her in B tier because at C4 she is Xiao's best anemo support. That 40 or more percent shred to anemo, I mean, it's really good. In comes Kaya. I'm gonna put him in B tier. High constellations, he is great, and his ultimate always comes out really fast. He has a low cooldown on his E. He's great for a cryo support. As much as I would like to put him lower, seeing him in high constellations is kind of great. Like no cap. Kaching, I think I had to put her in C tier. For an electro character, we have so many other better ones, and that's not to say much because we actually don't. At least not yet. I think Raiden is the best electro character that we have. Kaching obviously is supposed to fit her niche as a electro DPS who has an incredible burst rate, but like it just doesn't do as much as you would want. I'm not sure about her constellations, whether that boosts her power by a significant amount like every other 5-star, but you have two options to play her as a burst DPS or as a physical DPS, and quite frankly, there are just better characters that fit both of those roles even at once. Clee, I'm putting her in C tier as well. She's adorable. I love her, but like Clee suffers from that, catalyst syndrome where even at max 240 stamina, you're only gonna be able to do maximum 4 charge attacks, and like that's if you don't dodge, right? Like if you have a shield, great, but if not, I mean, you can't really attack too much and deal too much damage with Clee. But the damage she does do is pretty good. So if you have her and no other, I'd recommend it. Lisa, I am going to put her in D. I just don't think she's that great. She's also a catalyst user, and with Electro, I have like very big issues with that. Plus, like she doesn't even become like a solid DPS at like until you max out her constellation, from what I remember, because she'll shred defense, I think, as well as preventing herself from actually having to proc her E 3 times before you charge it. But then you gotta charge it. Sorry, Lisa. Mona, I'm gonna put her in B tier. I don't think she's gonna be that high, but like she's not gonna be any lower than this because she still offers so much. Water for vaporize, for cryo, for electro charge, and then her burst just like boosts your damage potential by a lot. Have Favonius Codex on her, and you'll be able to get a lot of teams getting rid of their energy problems. And at that, you could also run what's the other book? Thrilling Tales to give your characters like Hu Tao a 48% boost in damage. So the burst is just gonna go crazy. Ninghuang, okay, I'll admit. Earlier, I would have put her probably right here. I think she does pretty good damage, especially at C6. However, I just don't like how slow she attacks, and I don't want to just focus on continuously pressing WASD to like actually make this viable. Noel, I'm gonna put her in C. She probably deserves D because of her energy problems. I don't know why she doesn't generate energy. She needs so many Geo characters to really make good use of her like her stats. Because you're not gonna do damage without her Q. Legitimately, I do like though that she is a shielder and she can heal herself and her teammates, of course. And when you do have her burst up, she will do some damage. But we do have a better Claymore Geo user at this point in time. So if you have her, only play her if she's C6. If not, just forget about it. Chi Chi, I'm gonna put her in like C tier. Sure, Ocean Hue is like great for extra damage, but like this little girl just doesn't really offer too much except for like overhealing. So yeah, I mean she can like help in freeze comps and like maybe melt, but maybe in the future if we have even worse corrosion, then she'll be a little bit more viable. Razor, I'm gonna put him in B tier. I think he does pretty good physical damage, and with his burst, he's able to extend that duration of constant proccing of damage. But they're just a better physical user, and for that reason, he's going to take the B spot. Plus, he's Electro, so instead of being even A, you're gonna get B. Sucrose, oh man, I want to put her in A tier. I think she's an A tier character. I was going to put her in B, but like Viridescent, Sacrificial Fragments, Drilling Tails, you name it, she is good. She's also a main candidate to Swirl. The other two best being like Venti and Kazuha, and then like even this character is picked over Venti sometimes. Tartaglia, I want to say like A tier. I'm gonna do A tier. I think he does pretty good damage, especially with his burst, especially with Polar Star. Being able to boost your characters like normal attack up higher as well is like kind of crazy. Um, I think in the Taser Com he's like like I think Xing Chu still fills that role better. But if you wanted to substitute it, he's there. As far as that goes, I don't think he is really that great of a support, but like you can. It's up to you. Venti, I'm gonna put him in A tier as well. We got a slew of Anemo characters, and about four of them are like good. No, I'm sorry. Three of them are good. One of them is like insane, right? So we'll get to that when I get to that. But Venti still does his job pretty well. I know that clumping enemies together is kind of like fell to the wayside ever since, but he's still the probably the best candidate for the Morgana comp, hands down. In comes Zhongling, the catch, emblem, Goba, Pyronado, higher constellations. She's going to be the best unit for you as long as you literally invest into her and continue to invest into her. Plus, right at National, come on. National in general is just strong. Xiao. I'm going to put Xiao in A tier. These are the three Anemo characters that I think are really good. These two characters can also help support Xiao in swirling Anemo to, reduce resistance. Where Xiao falls down the wayside is not being able to like get particles during his burst and losing that massive HP and also needing two of the greatest support characters on his team, Zhongli and Bennett. Without that, I can't say that like your Xiao's just going to be doing the most damage. I still think he'll be strong, but yeah. And then lastly, two-piece Viridescent and two-piece 18% attack. You know what I'm talking about. There's just not a good artifact set for him that's out yet. But like, if you have Xiao, if you invest into him, if you make sure you get all the support that he needs, I think he can hit like 100k plus on his plunge attacks. In comes Jingchu, one of the other best 4-star supports on the team. Almost every team values having him. The only team that doesn't is like I think Morgana, just because like you're never gonna like normal attack with Ganyu. Aside from that, he is Hu Tao's best damage enabler to do big damage. He's able to be the best water character for both Beto and Fischl in the Taser comp. And I mean, who doesn't like a little bit of healing with their damage, right? Jinyan, same diff as Amber, except she'll provide a shield and pyro resonance. Aside from that, though, she falls so down because who decided to make these characters that scale off of two different stats? Either make it attack or make it defense. Please. Sorry, Jinyan. I like you a lot. I really do. That guitar she has with the X, top notch. Zhongli, little worse to say. All I gotta do is say big shield, resistance shred by 20% for everything. Like, who actually thought this guy needed a buff like beforehand? I mean, it's fine, but like, jeez. You get to build him as a physical character, all geo support with his burst, or just a main tank. You can mix and match. You can kind of do whatever you want with this guy. High key. Rosaria, I'm gonna put her in A tier because Constellation 6 Rosaria is insane. You get your burst up for longer. You get the physical shred, which is great for any physical team, especially with Razor Eula. And then she's able to continuously proc it because the cooldown is kind of short, especially her E. Not bad, not bad, Rosaria. Eula, you know what? I'm gonna put her right up here, A tier. Sorry, S tier. The reason being, big physical attacks. Her E reduces physical shred at that, and cryo, by the way. Don't forget about the cryo. And then, she has one of the biggest scaling bursts in the game, especially at higher constellations. You will not regret having Eula on your team, especially as a main DPS. Yanfei, I'm gonna put her in B tier. I think she does this woman's job better, but like only because she does attack a little bit faster. It's pyro, so you can vaporize it, and her C4 I think gives her like a 45% of her max health shield. So if you wanted to play her as a support, there you go. You got a shielder for free essentially, assuming that you're like a light spender and are able to get her at least to Constellation 4. Oh boy, here comes Kazuha. I think this is the best Anemo character. Just like Zhongli, you can build him as a straight elemental mastery support for Anemo damage, swirl, etc. Or you can even give him a little bit of both. Some damage with some crit rate, some crit damage. Or you could make him a main DPS. I mean, the possibilities are endless, wholeheartedly. In comes Yoimiya. I think Yoimiya deserves the A tier spot, but like I don't think her damage is enough to really go S tier. But her E gives her pyro. Her constellations are pretty good. She has access to Shimenawa or Crimson if you want to build Crimson. And then with Jingchu, with Mona, etc. I mean, you'll be able to vaporize pretty well. Deal big numbers. Oh, especially with the new character Yoonjin. I'm gonna put Yoonjin in B tier right off the bat though, just because like I don't think Yoonjin is like that like insane, right? But her E procced with like characters like Eula, Yoimiya, Razor, physical Rosaria if you wanted. I mean, she was able to boost the damage capabilities. Oh, even someone like Noel, and she's able to provide energy, right? So who doesn't want that? Sayu, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put you in C tier. I don't think her swirling capabilities are that great, and while she does heal and do a little bit of damage with her burst, it's just not enough because she is also one of those double double stat stacked characters where you gotta also build elemental mastery along with your attack. I mean, choose one. This guy don't exist, so we're gonna put in there. I know we saw him in the cutscene, but he's not a character yet, so I refuse to put him in here. Like, can I? Whatever. Right in Shogun. I'm gonna put her in like S tier. Her burst deals a lot of damage. The catch emphasizes that a lot, and it's a free-to-play weapon. She'll generate energy for your teammates while it's in her burst and on her E alone, and she boosts the damage of your burst. who doesn't like that, right? Also, Red and national team. Do I have to say anything more? Here, let's put them together. Let's put you there, and let's put you there. Isn't that a great team right there already? I love that. All right. Next, Kujo Sara. Not as good as Bennett, but not as bad as Sayu. We'll put her in B tier. She's able to boost your attack. She does a lot of damage on her burst. She's a candidate to use Noblesse, maybe two-piece Noblesse, two-piece Emblem, etc., etc. I think her energy cost is like a good chunk of amount, probably like 80, if not 60. So yeah, Kujosara B tier. In Constellation is when she becomes really good, but like Bennett, you can play him C0, and he's like, oh, he's so good. Kokomi. I'm gonna put her in like the same line of Mona. I think she is just B tier. Again, she does a lot of healing, and she's able to support with freeze, vaporize, etc., taser. But even in these team comps, well, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna keep her in B. I was gonna say, she does destroy the shields, right? Especially with her like squid that she could just summon on the field, which does last longer than Mona's like, little avatar. But for now, I'm gonna keep her in B tier. Alloy. Now, next, Toma. Toma is going to be in B tier. The reason being is because his shield is actually quite tanky. Like, granted, you have to use his burst, but it's not bad. And at higher constellations, his burst just becomes tankier. And at C6, he's able to boost your normal charging and plunge attacks by 15% for as long as you have a shield, okay? So his shield in his burst can last for about 15 seconds. He'll be able to keep refreshing it and have it last for the entire duration of like the regular shield. And since you get to keep proccing it, characters like Hu Tao greatly benefit. Characters like Yoimiya greatly benefit for not only the damage increase, but also the damage reduction from being able to just block attacks and just keep swinging with the shield. So, Toma's in B tier in my opinion. I think he's heavily underrated. Arataki Ito goes in A tier for me. The best Geo Claymore user. Charge attacks are so fun with this guy. And, I mean, who wouldn't want to just be a bruiser? Goro. I want to say, like, because of C4, he deserves to be an A because he's able to heal just like Bennett. But, like, I think his best role is just being a niche buffer in, like, those Geo comms, which is not bad, by the way. It's just, it's kind of just strictly for Geo. But that's fine. All Geo teams are really fun. Shenha. I'm going to put her in A tier. I like Shenha a lot. I think she deserves to be in this spot because, unlike Rosaria, at C0 you're able to get that physical and cryo resistance every 10 seconds, which means you don't rely on the burst. She does pretty good burst damage. She scales on attack, but she's able to support your cryo and physical teammates pretty well. And, as an ice type Pokemon, she's able to proc superconduct with your other teammates, such as Raiden, Fischl, etc. So, don't count her out. She's definitely an A-tier character. She's also a candidate for Noblesse Oblige, so they'll never forget that. And, Phonius Land, she'll be able to proc her burst every single time, especially with other cryo characters. Yae Miko. So I know she doesn't exist yet, but this is going to be my prediction. I think at her best, she can be A as a main DPS, and at her worst, a B tier as a sub DPS. I'd go into the examples why, but then this video would be like over 25 minutes long. So yeah, we're just gonna place this here. He does not exist, at least not yet. If he's ever going to. And that should be it for my tier list, guys. What did you think? Did you guys agree? Did you guys disagree? Do you think that I should have placed some characters higher, maybe lower? Who knows? And hopefully you'll let me know on the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, like, or dislike. Do whatever you want. And follow my Twitch. Again, 500 followers, and I will be giving away a Yae Miko by the end of the month, if not by the start of next month. But don't worry, it'll be done before I even start getting to the next banner. I know for sure I may not pull for her, so this just might be something good to do for the community if I get a bigger one built. And if not, I mean, I'm not gonna trip, I'll at least try her out. But she does look like she's gonna be kind of fun. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Catch me on the next video. All right. See ya.